I tried an MLM company, man.
Let's talk about that. So you MLM. What else? What other businesses did you do before this one?
I've had an MLM company. I've owned a gym. I mean, I hated being an electrician. You know those guys that have to crawl through roofs. Like I've had to do all that shit through the roof space. I don't know what you guys call it, crawl space.
Yeah, crawl space up there in the insulation,
No,
like hot,
dude, like
sweaty.
like 120 degrees, easy, and you can only go up there for like 15 minutes, and you drenched in sweat. Like I did all that shit with my face up against insulation. Like I hated it. So that's kind of why I tried these businesses and I tried an MLM company, man.
Let's talk about that. So you MLM. What else? What other businesses did you do before this one?
I've had an MLM company. I've owned a gym, like a high intensity gym. I've owned a sports nutrition store, and still own part of a company that's a startup company now that's actually in the States that makes these stickers. It's really hard to explain. Makes these stickers that goes on like pharmaceuticals so they can't be counterfeit.
Oh wow.
Weirdly enough, yeah. Got a lot of things going on, but nothing that I've ever jumped into like this. And the reason why is because the other ones I was always kind of like, yeah, maybe they'll make me some money, but like it was never gonna take my electrical wage away from me. Like I had really good jobs as an electrician, and I made a lot of money, but nothing. I had to work so hard, and none of those other businesses I could see like taking that job's place and more. But now that I've seen this, and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely the one. I'm like Terminator, man. I got tunnel vision
Game
for the
over.
end game, 100%. There is absolutely nothing going to stop me.
So, and a lot of us in here, we're husbands and wives team like you, right? And so,
Yeah.
what's some of the advice? How do you keep that separate? I know sometimes it's probably weird working with the wife and stuff, but let's talk a little bit about that and like what you guys go through and how you keep things separate and what do you guys go through?
Well, I mean, probably like you guys, like Ellie's really, 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 really good at her things that she does, which is like all those web builds, man. Like I'm looking at them and I'm like, these are better than any websites I see. Like some of the ones we've just recently built, they're better than any websites I see on the internet. And so for me, that's easy just to say, look, that's yours. You own that shit. And but we have our disagreements, but our biggest thing is we just communicate. Nothing else to it. Communicate. If we have a problem, it's like when you snap at someone and you go, shit, why did I snap? There's something behind that. And it's not just that, it's not that you just snapped in the moment, right? If you snap for whatever reason, whenever, there's something else that's pushed you to snap. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so one of us will pick up on that and be like, hey, what's going on? And just talk it out, communicate. Be like, oh, I had the shits because this happened or that happened. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, sorry about that. Didn't even realize. And then you move on. For us, we've been doing that for our whole relationship. So we're pretty tight like that.